Hey, how about it, race fans? Richard Allen of InsideDirtRacing.com and InsideCircleTrack.com. Coming at you another one of my kind of inconsistent Rich's ramblings. My doggone work schedule keeps getting in the way of doing all the racing related fun stuff. But here I am, Saturday morning, the day of the North South 100 and the Knoxville Nationals. So looking forward to a great day. What a great time to be a dirt racing fan, as we've got two of the biggest events in all of dirt racing taking place. You know, the biggest event as far as sprint cars are concerned. I know there's some other races have paid more money this year, especially with Eldora Million and Huset's Speedway. But Knoxville Nationals is the Knoxville Nationals, and I know a lot of sprint car racing fans are looking forward to that. And what a great lineup they've got up there with Kyle Larson and Rico Abreu starting on the front row of that race, with Kyle Larson, of course, having to split his time between there and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where NASCAR's Cup Series is racing on the road course at Indianapolis. Rico's been fast all year. No reason to think he won't be tonight as well. He got that 50 lapper coming up. I think it pays 175,000 to win. Have to have a break in the middle of that race on the big half-mile track of 50 laps, so they'll have to take a fueling break in it. Donnie Schatz, 11-time winner of the Knoxville Nationals, the defending champion of the Knoxville Nationals, and he'll certainly be in contention as he picked up a preliminary win on Wednesday. Great story there with him being in contention. One of the biggest stars in the history of sprint car racing, if not the biggest star. And then another great story on Thursday night in Knoxville, Tennessee on my mind, I guess. Another great story in Knoxville with Carson Macedo picking up the win on Thursday after having that terrible crash at Knoxville a couple of months ago where they had the fire, and he received some burns and everything, but fully made his comeback there, I think, with that win. So he'll be in contention as well. So that'll be fun to watch and fun to see who comes out on top of that. And then Florence Speedway up in Kentucky with the North South 100, one of Dirt Late Model Racing's crown jewel events, $75,000 to win. And the preliminary action they've had on Thursday and Friday's been nothing short of just amazing, especially last night with Bobby Pierce and Jonathan Davenport having at it in the B feature. Each night on Thursday and Friday, they've had an A group and a B group, and each one's had their own feature. Mike Marlar pulled off a big win. You know, Mike Marlar seems to be getting accustomed to starting kind of mid-pack and then coming up and taking the win late in the race, and that's what he did up there on Thursday night. And also Bobby Pierce won on Thursday and then followed that up with a win on Friday. And then to the surprise of no one, Ricky Thornton Jr. Was one of the feature winners last night. If you go to InsideDirtRacing.com, you can find information on all that, all four of the features that have been held in Florence so far, as well as a recap of the qualifying and the other events to happen in Knoxville as well. So big night of racing here. Hopefully the weather cuts us a break in both locations. So looking forward to going up. My two sons are going to Florence with me, so we're going to be heading out here in just a little while. If I had to make predictions on each of those races, I'm going to pick Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson won the Knoxville Nationals a couple of years ago back in 2021, and I'm going to pick him to win again. He's looked awfully fast through preliminary races that he was involved in. So I'm going to take him to win again. He's been awfully good all season long, for that matter, in that number 57 Paul Silva car. So I think that's going to continue. If I'm going to pick a winner, I had said earlier that I was picking Hudson O'Neal to win the North-South 100 because that race has been on his list for such a long time. But, I mean, Bobby Pierce is going to be awfully hard to pick against. He's had two feature wins, and that car just looks amazing. But if you watched last night on Friday when he was racing against Jonathan Davenport, he was spending a lot of time right up on the fence. So that may be tough to pull off. And, of course, you never count Jonathan Davenport and Brandon Overton out when they're a big race and big money on the line, too. And, of course, Ricky Thornton. Ricky Thornton won the Ralph Latham Memorial at Florence back there a couple, 3 months ago. So you know he's going to be in it as well. But if I'm picking a winner tonight, I'm picking Mike Marlar. As awesome as he looked on Thursday, and he did come back, I think he finished fourth last night in one of the two features. But he's my pick to win tonight. I think everything just seems to be falling into place for Marlar right now, so he's the guy I'm going with. But nonetheless, if you're a dirt racing fan, what a time to be alive. There's some great stuff coming up here tonight, so whether you're watching or whether you're watching at Knoxville Raceway or Florence Speedway or just watching on one of the streaming services, I hope you have a great night, and at some point, I'll see you at the track.